If you live in the city of Wyoming and have a medical marijuana card, you cannot be arrested for using the drug. That's according to a ruling made by the Michigan Court of Appeals today. A three-judge panel ruled that the city's ban on medical marijuana cultivation is, quote, void and unenforceable. The Wyoming city ordinance was passed in 2010, about 2 years after Michigan residents voted to approve a medical marijuana law. Similar bans are still in place in Birmingham, Bloomfield Hills, and Livonia, and the ACLU is currently challenging them. We will have more on this story, including thoughts from the medical marijuana user who filed the suit against the city, coming up on Fox 17 News at 6. One person was seriously injured in a two-car crash during the morning commute today in Kent County. Happened around 6:40 a.m. Deputies say somebody ran a stop sign at Brewer Avenue and Cannonsburg Road. An SUV and a car collided, and at least one person was seriously injured. Another person was hurt, but not as bad. The eastbound lane of Cannonsburg Road was quickly closed while police investigated the accident. And a portion of I-96 was also shut down overnight after a bad crash. Just before 3:30 a.m., a car hit a motorcycle near Cheney Avenue Northeast. The bike had a sidecar that became detached, and the driver of the car was trying to avoid hitting it. Grand Rapids police say the motorcyclist has a fractured leg but is expected to be okay. Nobody injured in the car. Eastbound 96 was closed for a short time while crews worked to clear the scene. A Carson City man has been arrested for filing a false police report after he told police his truck was stolen when he actually crashed it into a ditch. The initial incident happened last weekend. 21-year-old Colin Barnes from Carson City said that his truck was stolen. Police put the info on the vehicle into the system and kept an eye out for it. Eventually, they found the 2000 Ford in a ditch in Fair Plains Township. They brought Barnes back in to talk, and that's when he admitted to making up the story so he wouldn't get in trouble for the crash. Barnes was arrested on a felony charge of filing a false police report and is now out on bond. There aren't. That's the most recent one, 30 years after the original. In 1982, they say they're going to keep doing it. And even if there's 4 guys in the photo, and then 3, and then 2, and eventually their hope is that somebody will take an empty bench photo.
Wow. I do think it's funny that in the first 2, it looks like they have their shirts off, but as they get older.
Then they realize we got to keep the shirts on. They looked pretty good for a while. It's just that last one when they started to go gray, and they had like a Fu Manchu thing going.
What was the holding? What was
they had a Folgers jar with like a cockroach in it.
Oh, okay.
And they didn't kill the cockroach. It was, you know, they were teenagers at that point. So they were having fun, so they decided to hold something up there.
Interesting tradition there.
I just like looking at the outfit, saying, "Oh, had the hairstyle, had that one, had that one." Remember those shorts?
Yeah, good stuff. Yeah.
Now, Tara, we're going to plug our ears if you're going to say anything here.
I was going to say, we have a big day at the Olympics, so if you don't want to know what happened.
I already heard you say it. You're like, check.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I'm sorry.
I'd give up.
It's one of the biggest days of the summer in West Michigan. The parade of ships heading into Grand Haven is part of the annual Coast Guard Festival. Hundreds took advantage of the beautiful weather to enjoy the spectacle this afternoon. Today's ships included the U.S. Coast Guard cutter Hollyhock, the cutter Nia Bay, and the Canadian Coast Guard ship Griffin. There's food, music, fun for everyone, including the chance to tour the ships, meet the men and women that work on them, and find out what it's like to patrol the waterways of our country, keeping boaters safe.
It lights up our harbor both day and by night. By day it's with the flags, by night it's with the lights, and everybody knows something's happening in Grand Haven, Michigan, which is Coast Guard City, USA.
Again, visitors are welcome to tour the ships. Tonight there'll be tours from 6 to 8 o'clock. Plus there's a lot more happening later on this week, including Kids Day featuring tractor races, games, and other fun stuff. For a full list of Coast Guard Festival events and schedules, head to fox17online.com. You spent some time in Alaska.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Kodiak is quite remote.
You know, the entire state is, Tim.
Who you got? You got pit bull or a bear? Who are you taking in a fight?
Bear.
Really? Oh, yeah. I got pit bull.
Even with, I mean, he has repellent. What do you mean? Got bells.
Did you ever have bear bells up there?
Bells.
I didn't, but moose scared the, out of me. So, and apparently they're very benign. So, I'm not really a wilderness type person.
A moose is not malignant.
Exactly.
Church in Kentwood being investigated due to a possible embezzlement of funds. Members at Heritage Baptist Church are being tight-lipped on the situation, but say they do want answers. Fox 17's Lindsay Kuss spoke with church leaders today along with the Kent County Sheriff's Department. She joins us live from Kentwood with more. Lindsay.